I mean, it could happen, but it's all about if your mid doesn't have tempo at all, then the game might become harder later on. So
Right.
you could accept it. Like Spectre or Pango, they can accept having a little bit harder lane as long as they have a mid player in the game.
Cluster Cluck, little save from Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, it looks great here. Not a bad facet to pick. You do get the Dispel as well from it. So he can Dispel against the Jakiro, he can Dispel against the Willow. Really nice stuff.
And Monkey King has Mischief. Shadow Shaman has this targeted Mischief, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's very similar.
Avulus, 4 heroes still smoked while the Viper is out on mid, looking for wards. Not making any big moves, though. Kind of rare we see them standing on their Ancient's high ground like this, though. Are they re-smoking, or are they just waiting on staircases to see who's coming?
Yeah, I think Avulus are just being reactive, but on the other side, we might have some aggression coming out with the smoke. Looks like they just want to play for the runes.
Interesting.
Holding high grounds. Both Jakiro and Spectre are in defensive mode. They have vision. And then they're going for a 3-man move bottom. Hoping to catch maybe a PA, you know, going for a bounty alone. This could work out for them if PA splits.
There's some pretty fearsome level 1 fighting. It looks like Zibba and Stormstorm are going to get the 2 top ones. Desire and Warwick the others.
They ping out that they were smoked. They realize what's going on because the Dawnbreaker vision coming in. So look at PA actually going down below the tree line already, realizing that they're going to want to harass me on the lane or bully me from getting to a lane. He's just running safe. That gives Davai Lama a chance to body block, so Creep Wave is going to be under tower on the first Creep Wave. That's a really good start for Dire off lane.
That's really good. They're going to push all the way back to their tier 1, give them that safer, longer lane to chase heroes. Like Lich just wants to... Oh my... Okay. Yeah, Monkey King not having fun, huh?
No, I mean, already level 1. This is not good.
Yeah, that's a bit of pain. Doesn't even get that last hit under tower, sadly.
Yeah,
the Lich and the PA, they kind of want to be tucked by the tower. Lich playing in the trees to Frost Blast, trade hits. Maybe get the small camp going. But this... Willow and Pango, you know, they could chase the Lich down if he's out of position.
Yeah, he has to be a bit cautious. And it's also difficult to harass the Pango when he lands a good shield crash like that mid lane. That's a solo kill.
Ooh, we planted the tree to try and hide behind it, and Stormstorm just gobbles it up. Says, hello, I can see you. Yeah. First blood for the Viper against Monkey King. Already pain and despair for Warwick in the mid lane.
Perfect. At least the lane looks like it's going to be pushing a little bit now, so Monkey will get experience on the tower. Stormstorm very aggressive in his positioning. Does he overplay this, or does he have it? Looks like he got it.
Warwick's level 1. Maybe Warwick hit level 2 a little bit earlier on, but not quite enough poison damage to finish him off. Forces the salve. Stormstormer with a bottle on the Viper.
He's regenning up now, gonna be completely fine. And again, the Monkey King, just 2 CS to his name. He has the Boundless Strike for CS, basically.
Yeah. And up, Eki. He's going to turn on Kadaro here with Zibe's Starbreaker and get the kill with the Blood Grenade. And this Spectre trying to finish off the Shadow Shaman needs another 2 or 3 hits, and there was no way you're going to get that with the Dawnbreaker behind you.
Fantastic start for Avulus, dominating the mid lane, also doing well on top. The thing is, though, Viper is supposed to be crushing lanes, right? It's the meme about the hero, win lane, lose game. So we expect this much, and that's where you just gotta keep your cool. If you're Monkey, realize that you can make rotations later on. You have a great ganking hero.
Yeah, laning stages for nerds.
Yeah.
Just like the upper bracket.
Exactly. Getting to CS stuff in lane is, you know, overrated.
We've seen people come back from worse. It'll be fine. The narrator doing the overdubbing, he wasn't fine.
I think I remember seeing Nisha play Monkey against Viper, and he ended up having like 6 kills minute 9 because he just jumped around and killed everything on side lanes. So, you know, if you know where to gank and how to strike, then it can still be playable.
Yeah, you can still find openings.
Just be Nisha, you know? Easy.
Just be Nisha. Just read the game. Oh, Eki got the Lotus. Still has it in his hands. A lot of spells thrown onto the Shadow Shaman, but now Spectre in a situation where she can't really lane, and Kidaro trying to finish off the Shadow Shaman being run down by Zibe.
A Hex coming in soon. Oh, he can't get the range.
Hammer. Should be able to take him down with a couple more taps here. Dawnbreaker picks up another kill in this top lane. Well, Spectre here. Low HP, kind of sitting and hoping for last hits. So Nightpulse looking at this bottom lane, try and come out victorious and get a good early start. Angle is so far doing pretty well.
He's definitely CSing really well and constantly staying pretty high health, and he has 20 stick charges. So 9 stick charges on the Willow, Pango with a ton of them. He could go aggressive on the tower with the creep wave.
No, I'm even dropping items to use as magic stick charges there as well. Smiling Knight's going to get around the brambles. Ooh, nice Sinister Gaze to stop the shield crash. So make sure it doesn't land.
Yeah, that's on point. Very nice play. Good little trade. Monkey
King
is
is
looking to join, but, you know, doesn't look like there's a fight bottom anymore, so he's gonna just take the bounty rune, head back towards mid. The push is coming.
That is the important thing, right? Monkey King is, you know? Monkey King wasn't, you know? Or was. He is still alive. He's around, existing.
He's here.
Jumping on the Viper with the TP rotation from multiple heroes. Pango and the Dark Willow coming in to try and hit Stormstormer out of the lane. Then Avulus are like, oh yeah? We'll bring heroes too. Lich arrives. The second TP, though, cancelled. So Avulus not bringing the third, and Seneko actually nearly dies to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, got cancelled up top by the Ice Path, so his TP didn't go off.
Now Stormstormer's being run down here still. They've got him.
Good move. Bringing your entire off lane worked out. And that's what you gotta do. Like I said, bring some attention, help the Monkey King have a game, because otherwise 1v1 is unplayable.
He's going to double up his CS now, isn't he? Look at him go. Oh, no, not the glyph. You don't glyph him.
Lich does not want him to get the CS.
That was for the mid lane, right? That was literally to stop the Monkey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're just messing with him. There was no push or anything.
Desire now making his way up top. Eki, Shadow Shaman, and Zippy's Dawnbreaker coming across here. Rambles are down. The Ice Path over the top of this Dawnbreaker. Now Monkey King is arriving. And Avulus, yeah, not banking on Warwick being this active.
Yeah, that was a nice rotation again, having 4 people. And this is the benefit of having the monkey mid who doesn't want to lane. He is going to be participating in these side lane fights. So net worth is still very even between the two teams, even though the mid lane was tough.
And Davai Lama winning the Lotus pool battle against Smiling Knight and dropping the chat wheel on him, the perfect one. I'm still waiting for level 6s to come up. And then Pango still got a bit of heavy lifting to do.
Definitely. The Rolling Thunder will be big, but his lane is not that easy now. He left to help mid, and this gave PA some time to farm solo. She has the power treads, sitting very happy down here on bottom. Stormstormer with an Invis rune is sneaking for the Wisdom. He does seem to be there in time. I think he has timed it perfectly, but there's a sentry. They know about this. There's gonna be a feed.
Oh, Stormstormer, you had such a good first 4 minutes. He'll chuck the spells at the Pango here and move forward, but Desire gets the Wisdom rune. Down he goes. Viper dead. Seneko comes in, trying to finish off Davai Lama, but he might die as well. TP's out. No more stuns.
That was very close to Vailama. One more hit and he would have died, but nice play. Good heads up to put down the sentry. Realizing what's going on. And this is also what's concerning, right? You dominate your lane on Viper, but now you died twice, and some of that momentum you had is disappearing.
And Spectre out of the move top, where Avulus were looking for a bit of damage onto her at least. Such a fearsome lane, the Shadow Shaman and Dawnbreaker. A lot of control and damage.
That definitely hurts a lot. Strong combination.
Viper, right now, still top of the net worth, even after a couple of deaths and some good moves from Nightpulse. Just makes you think how far ahead he could be, you know, if they hadn't made these incredible moves to stem the flow of bleeding. Still losing out this tier 1 mid, glyphing it up for now. But with 3 heroes here, Avulus looking to really push the issue.
Being in Jakiro as well.
Yeah, Willow, Jakiro, moving in with the Brambles, the dual breath. Seneko pretty far forward, does get hexed, and Solar Guardian healed up as the turnaround from Avulus comes, where it just looks like Nightpulse weren't fully committing to that, just poking to see what the response would be. And Avulus saying, we'll bring numbers. We'll kill this tier 1 tower, dive past the objective to maybe kill Jakiro. Monkey King thinking about the Wukongs
coming out.
But they've got shackles on this Pango. He swashbuckles in and they kill the Viper immediately. Now the Wukongs is out and Monkey King, he's protected and surrounded, but the Celestial Hammer from the Dawnbreaker just right over the top of him while PA decides to join as well. Zibe picks up a double kill. Avalama hexed up and his Phantom Assassin can start opening up with the damage. The chase back to the Dark Willow going to be cancelled out by Zibe as they turn. But now you've got a Rolling Thunder to contend with.
Run, little
sheep going to get rolled on. He dances around him. Avalama can't connect
No
with
way.
the Shadow Shaman, but he gets the sword swipe to take him out. Shield crash again, tacking him up. Avalama not dead or out yet, but they've got their hammer to land.
Oh my god.
Desire and Warwick, I don't know if they can chase anymore. The fight will end. 6-6, mid lane battle over, but the tier 1 fell.
That was some really slick moves coming out from Eki there, the jukes on the Shadow Shaman. He was missing 23 mana. If he had 23 more mana, he would be able to hex or shackle up the Pango after the roll and live as well, but just barely missing a little bit.
Oh, so close. I mean, pretty even in the metrics there. Like the big difference feels like the tier 1 tower dies, but oh, Smiling Light down bottom has to pop
Needs
the
a
one.
blink target.
There it is. Suneko gives him that Phantom Strike jump, gets away from the Spectre move.
Gets to safety. Meanwhile, we see Avulus overall. They probably want to move towards the Spectre, so Viper moving up there. Just gonna harass with an ulti. He's not really looking to kill, but, you know, that's a...
Get out of here. Is he dead?
Nah, he's completely fine. He did have the magic stick and it, you know, brought him pretty close, but Stormstormer just went to shove him away. Even if you don't get the kill, it's so worth it.
That's map space for you now as well. How much of a like feast or famine hero is Viper? He did well in lane, but now he's died 3 times in a row. Is that going to shut down the Stormstormer Viper, or is he going to be okay still?
It's quite bad, I think. Like, it can... He also missed his neutral.
On him, Solid Guardian, but the Ice Path, not enough to keep Davai Lama alive. You can see the idea there, but Avulus bringing more than needed. 4 heroes down here. Spectre looking to try and get Zibe. Doesn't get the finish, though.
My boy, I need to have a talk with you. What's that neutral item on the ground? He didn't pick it. He even dropped the second neutral item. Yeah, which auto got sent to home, but it's laying up to the left there. I think he was distracted looking at the fight bottom, whether or not he should TP and join, but hopefully... oh no, he doesn't take it. That's a free neutral. Willow, go south.
Oh, I lost neutral.
Desire, not gonna head there.
Suneko's gonna be pissed. But guys, where's our 5th neutral item? Where's the token gone?
Snake's happy. He's already got his. He's happy.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he has a shovel.
Oh, never mind then.
Someone will be without a neutral item if Dyer managed to snag that one.
I might just end up being Stormstormer.
Who knows? Maybe Sibir will find it, you know? Go on a random adventure here.
Go on, Zibe. Where is
Surely
he
he
going?
sees it. He sees something.
Look.
Yeah, there. Oh, a freebie. Right now he's like, Storm?
Who was this? Is this ours? Is this ours?
That's the best part. You can actually just hover it and it tells you who it was.
Eki. Dead. Suneko, though. Chain Frost. Good bounces.
Not a bad ulti.
Really damn nice as it jumps back to the Spectre, and now this allows
Oh,
the
it
Celestial
comes
Hammer,
back.
but the Terrorize not enough. The Chain Frost stick from Suneko gets the kill on Spectre. He's gonna die here to the Monkey King Wukongs. Take a while though with a tankiness out of Suneko. Finally finished off while the Dawnbreaker on the left-hand side trying to slip away from the Dark Willow.
Hasted Jakiro is on him.
Brambles and Ice Path with a Cursed Crown. So much control and slow. Dawnbreaker taken out here as Warwick gets super involved. But now the Viper and the Shadow Shaman arrive. These waves, these layers just keep on coming. The Serpent Wards are out. Macropie on top of Eki as he tries to shackle and control one up. Kidaro dead, traded out for the Shadow Shaman.
Fantastic
Wild
fight.
fights.
Yeah, amazing stuff coming out for Nightpulse. Just taking a really good fight. It started out nicely with that pick off from Lich, but turned into a little bit of extra feed there. Rasta getting a bit too ambitious. PA not looking to stop fighting right now. Chasing after.
Now with the Soul Guardian. Oh, the help, the crit there. Pango is annihilated.
He jumped head first into that hammer, Garrett.
He did, yeah. Bonk.
And now finally that does spell the end of the tier 1 tower top, so finally claimed. A lot of defense put up by Night Pulse, and pretty worth it as well. They got a lot out of it. In the end, they have to respect it and leave, so that's going to be Battle Fury complete for the PA. 1340 timing with Power Treads. Pretty farm PA. And ahead of her, the Dawnbreaker is absolutely enormous this game.
Yeah, Avulus cores look absolutely incredible. You know, a great laning stage set them up for success here. And they do look like they're getting into the groove here, Avulus. I just honestly want to give props to Night Pulse to fight back out of this Monkey King lane, find these skirmishes where they're like trading even, basically. Like a 3k lead right now for Avulus. Feels like it could or should be 6 or 7 with the way things started. But Night Pulse have found ways to stay in the game, get snipes, get pickoffs, and attempt here on Shadow Shaman. Unfortunately, not going to come to anything. They'll have to back up.
On Viper again.
I just want to jump on the Viper. I spoke too soon. Protection from the shield, but that's not enough. And the Rolling Thunder connects on Seneko to take him down. Another move by Night Pulse as Davai Lama goes deep onto Eki. We've got an Ice Path to stop the shackles, and the finishing touch is here. A triple kill for Warwick. So now that 3k lead has disappeared.
That is amazing power spike to play around. The Diffusal on Pango doing a lot for them, but Viper just getting a little bit out of position, walking under the dire vision, pretty isolated, even with the best attempt from Lich trying to keep him alive. They just end up getting killed by this Rolling Thunder coming in as well. Playing towards their strong ultimates, Night Pulse realized that their lineup is great at fighting early, and with the Orchid on Spectre, they can look for those pickoffs now.
Yeah, super timing. Playing very fast-paced. I feels like that's what you've got. You've got to do that against Solar Guard and Viper. Against Avulus in general. You can't sit back and let them kind of wash over you.
I think it's important when you have Spectre in your team. Like, keep looking for these kills. Trying to get the Lich, not gonna quite finish him. He had the Kobold. That's the MVP right there. The Desolate didn't trigger any damage because he has a shovel that dug up a Kobold that followed him, so he wasn't alone.
That's pretty good, actually. Kevin the Kobold, more value than you ever imagined.
Prospecting? What about friendship?
When usually he's just that little recon guy, the scout. Look, like now, sent out into the dark, vast wilderness.
That doesn't seem like a fair treatment after he saved your life, Lich, but give him a home.
Oh, it's the circle of life, Send him out to pasture.
Yeah. You shall fertilize the fields.
Why did the kobold go across the river?
He was just following orders, Gareth.
Yeah. Top lane, Eki again. In position here, alongside the Viper, but it's Night Pulse who spot him and get the jump on the Shadow Shaman. Eki, in a little sheep form, still alive though.
Yeah, they don't commit as they saw suddenly a spit coming out from the Fog of War. Stormstorm was hiding in a tree line there. They are going to farm up all the wards. That's a juicy bit of gold. Like 250 goldish.
Yeah, Serpent Walls used, Viper Strike used. Night Pulse, I guess, wise there to not commit for a Shadow Shaman kill when it is kind of scary and dark.
Yeah.
In that part of the map.
I mean, Dawnbreaker, I believe, had ulti ready, so if they committed in there, would have to fight at least 3 heroes, and they don't know how many could be in the vicinity.
Down bottom, though, debate with an Orchid of his own. Tries to go on the Jakiro, does get a response from the Dark Willow, and brambled up straight up with an Ice Path to follow. The damage and control keeping Zibe inside the fire, and blown up by the Dark Willow of Desire.
No,
now,
the Lich ulti.
Seneko trying to come back in with a Chain Frost, and Desire just gets out of there while Kidaro's run out by a Viper and Shadow Shaman to get the kill on Jakiro Shore. But losing Zibe there hurts.
Yeah, and that Lich ulti absolutely just saying goodbye, I'm leaving. Seneko not getting the kill on Desire. Who has a Yule Scepter, by the way. Really nice for him to have such a big item already. Little counter for the Yule or Orchid.
Yeah. This is the Shadow Realm, and Eki playing very forward. Rolling Thunder onto him. Seneko in from behind. Shackle there to kill the Dark Willow, but now they're getting turned on with the 2 ultis. The Wukongs and this Rolling Thunder to kill him off, and now the Dire knows about the ward. So Warwick has gone from unlaneable to unstoppable. A double kill for this Monkey King as he's top net worth on the Dire team.
Yeah, he's had a real fantastic comeback. And with a Maelstrom in hand, already halfway towards his ATOS as well, he's getting that Gleipnir in a pretty good timing. I do think that's the correct play as well. You just need more tempo, more fighting builds, and let Spectre be the real carry of this game. Once Spectre hits that Manta style, it's going to be a huge power spike for Night Pulse. I think Avulus are trying to do a lot because they have this Viper draft. You want to go for a lot of stuff early, but in reality, they almost need to wait for the PA BKB timing right now.
Right.
They're bleeding quite a few kills. The supports have died 10 times together.
That's the thing, right? It's like Spectre is able to join every fight, so Night Pulse are kind of playing as 5. But the Dawnbreaker isn't allowed to play the Dawnbreaker style or the Spectre style yet, because she's got to kind of frontline. Get out there, start fights, while the PA is in this farming mode.
The thing is, even if Dawnbreaker is farming somewhere and ready to join, the PA, as you mentioned, is off farming too. So at best, you're like 4v5ing it, and that's still tough into Nightbull's draft. Yeah. They are very, very strong early with the Pango ulti and these supports having a ton of control and damage. I mean, we saw them just basically solo kill the Dawnbreaker there.
So then, the question is, is this PA coming out of jungle with BKB Battle Fury going to be like a big enough power spike for Avulus to punch back?
Yeah,
I think have their items.
Yeah, I think they can get a lot and hit the timing before the Manta is ready for Spectre. That's going to be the important thing. Manta is still about, I don't know, 1,500 gold away for a Spectre. So with BKB complete in just 40 gold now for PA, she will hit the earlier timing.
Eki and Kadaro. Oh, Jakiro.
Comes
around the corner. Ice Path. Serpent Wards. All the Guardian and the Spectre jumping in and out, but it's the Jakiro who dies. Now, Eki, he's got himself out of there. Nice little drift out with the Force Staff. And hexes himself.
Roll up in 2 seconds.
Though. In comes the Monkey King, jumping towards Shadow Shaman, but he's still alive, 1 HP, while Zibe holds the line with a Starbreak and forces the Yules. Off to the right-hand side, Viper zoned by the Spectre, while the terrorized clips here onto Zibe and Seneko. Lich now in trouble. PA has joined, though. Onto the Monkey King, broken and damaged by this Phantom Assassin, going to get critted down and killed while Desire. A double kill for Smiling Knight, given to him on a plate. And that's the power spike we expected from the PA. Jump in, get kills, and make sure that Avulus are able to take this tower.
Exactly. Didn't even have to use the BKB during that fight as well. And Avulus, we see the value of their supports. The Lich and the Rasta, the defensive capabilities. Jump on PA, but it's going to get dispelled. Nothing to worry about. And this is exactly what I was going to talk about. The Hex plus the Frost Shield is giving so much layers of protection for the cores on the Radiant team. Also have the Glimmer Cape ready on the Shadow Shaman now. Lich not going for the Blink Rush Shard build that we sometimes see, looking for solo kills. I'm a bit disappointed. I always enjoy watching random cores getting killed by a Lich.
The Frost Assassin.
Yeah, looks like he's gonna go for the Solar Crest instead.
Feels like it could be especially good against, Spectre, Panga, who don't buy BKB.
Yeah, but then Spectre gets her Manta before you complete your timing, and then even if you go on her, she just pops Manta and kills you instead.
Oh, you just Sinister Gaze from Fog. Easy. You're the one with vision. Spectre never carries Observer Wards.
True, true. Support advantage.
It is, yeah.
Force Staff on Jakiro. Kidara just wants to pick flowers, man.
Allowed. This is a private garden for private people. Kidara, you are trespassed. Get out of here.
Feels like one of those classic moments. Get a kill on an enemy support, go straight into Roche. And that's going to be pretty difficult to contest. They're not playing the area at all, so difficult to get there.
No, this is where it's going to start really building up for Avulus.
Oh, yeah.
Aegis should give them, a couple of tier 2s, real presence on that dire side of the map. That's where Night Pulse are going to really have to pull out all the stops for their heroes. They do have good heroes at cutting waves and farming scary areas. Monkey King can get up on the trees, farm Radiant side of the map. Spectre can do a similar job with this dagger and the haunt, but if you're doing that, you're giving up a lot of map space and objectives to Avulus.
Yeah, the push is going to come in from Avulus. Going to start 5-manning with this Aegis.
All smoked up.
See them moving over, perhaps eyeing up that Tormentor play. There's no vision from Night Pulse to cover this area, so Put down the sentry as well. Very disciplined.
Oh, easy pick.
It does at least
Shard
signal
for
to
Seneca.
Night Pulse exactly where they are. Because you can see if the other tournamenter is dead or not, so they know it was their own tournamenter being stolen.
I think Monkey was... Either Monkey or Eki, I couldn't tell there, was pinging out the other tormentor saying, we can go back for this. Maybe the Monkey was saying, go steal it. Night Pulse right now are pushing the top tier 1.
They would be happy to go and take it, but yeah, they have to go through the tier 1 first, pretty much. Looks like tier 1 for tier 2 trade is going to happen. The Dalai Lama is definitely wanting to take this. He wants some help.
DP's starting to come back, though. Oh, Night Pulse.
He's his PA, he's out of here. He's like, nope, not fighting you. Aegis PA, I'm out. And that's PA with Desolator, I believe. Yep, Deso is coming out on Courier now.
Wow.
He's getting stronger.
Well, they found the Viper, though. Avulus have left Stormstormer all alone down here. Gets the Hurricane Pike up the high ground, but Monkey King jumps on his head, and the Viper's dead. Spectre just finds that opening.
What you doing over there, buddy? Everyone TP'd away. Stormstormer a little bit left alone in a dangerous area, so nice kill for them to get. That is almost 1,000 gold for just killing a Viper. So who got the second shard from Tormentor? It was Rasta. Both the supports got their shards ready on Radiant.
Seneca very happy about that. Ice Spire is such a good upgrade. There is still that bit of dire vision at Radiant Ancients, though. I just saw Desire try and go Courier Snipe, but he couldn't quite get there in time.
Yeah, trying to keep deep vision perhaps could be good for catching the Dawnbreaker later on when she farms the opposite side. But we have a smoke coming out from Avulus, moving down towards bottom.
Yeah, they're hunting. Not sure they'll find the Monkey King, even though Seneko has drawn the exact line that Warwick has taken down that right-hand side. They'll see Kadara instead. Sinister Gaze. And the follow-through damage. Easy peasy on the Jakiro.
They saw the Monkey King with the Boundless Strike, but he's obviously already far gone.
And now he's a tree.
Since they already took the tier 2 tower down here, I mean, yeah, you get access to the Ancients area, but you can't really push another objective. PA is happy with this, though. Being to steal the enemy Ancients feels amazing.
Yeah, still a high-value area to take. And you can kind of transition in towards mid lane or up top, where Eki has started off on the Dark Willow. Spectre came in for a little, hey, how you doing? And is out of there quickly.
Very quick and easy kill. Monkey does have a ward bottom, so he shouldn't be getting caught. He sees the Viper.
And Dalai Lama is kind of nearby. Not sure what he's trying to achieve here. As he looked to connect with the Monkey King, I guess?
He walked into the
Watcher. Cut off
Watcher.
Completely, walked right through the rest of Avulus.
Yeah, he walked onto a Watcher, tried to take it from the enemy, but immediately was grabbed. Nice reaction by Avulus. This bottom part of the map is hard to contest for Night Pulse right now. Not having wards to properly reinforce. Or towers, sorry. Wards they do have. Another pause coming out. Spectre is going towards that Bloodthorn builds. Has to be careful with their Courier. I think it flew over Vision to get in. It's sitting in between all the heroes from Avulus right now. Getting Courier Snipe would be a bad thing for him. Losing his Bloodthorn timing a bit.
Oh, that's spooky. Oh god.
I don't think they realized.
There's a Radiant Ward right near it though.
yeah, it's safe. Just don't move.
Well, T-Rex's vision is based on movement. So's Avulus. Eki with a Glimmer Cape. Let's get out of there with the Dust Out of Desire. Night Pulse no real intention though of protecting this tier 2. Looks like PA with Aegis too much of a threat. So they come through, sweep the objective, still farm Ancients, and they're TPing back to try and find the Monkey King. He's playing...
timing out though. 10 seconds left, so now finally Night Pulse can maybe go out with confidence. They have the Aghanim Scepter on their Pango. Feel pretty ready to take this fight. Going towards PA would be a nice kill if they can grab it.
They're running down there.
Yeah, they saw her. She was under vision.
Passes by that dire ward.
Spectre would be happy to join in.
Do we stop to farm this camp? We do. We found the next one. Getting
That,
greedy.
like, roll and
Pings.
terrorize.
He saw it. He knows they're coming. BKB's up. Now he's fine.
Yeah, completely fine. Spectre ulted as well, so now the fight is a little bit awkward. If you take the fight, Spectre cannot join anymore. BKB was forced, of course, so it means Avulus don't really want to go. That's why I said they have to lead with a roll in to terrorize. If Willow goes first like that, it's just going to be PA pressing the safety button.
And PA also saw this Pango swashbuckle towards the creep camp. He tried to get a bit closer and scout things out. Davalama going to give up the jig. Now Sineko picks up a gem. We've got these tier 3 neutral items coming in. Avulus going to be in a good spot here to take control of the top part of the map and look at that final tier 2.
It was so close in the early part of the game, and then Avulus have just solidly built their lead. A lot of it comes back to that pickoff. The random support kill into Roche that they got has really allowed them to get away with everything, taking the tier 2 towers, controlling the map really, really well.
Yeah, it's completely halted Night Pulse's chances of kind of punching back. Yeah. Monkey King did finish off the Gleipnir and he's working on BKB.
They have
Aghanim
the
Scepter's up
Bloodthorn
for
at least.
Davalama.
The Bloodthorn on Spectre is going to be a ton of damage output, so as long as that doesn't get dispelled by Rasta, he could possibly go for some kills. Tricky part is neither of the supports die. Ghost Scepter on the Lich and Rasta gets a dispel when he gets gone home.
Dark Willow. It's a good ice path to save her. Oh, the Guardian. Oh, nearly keeps the Shadow Shaman alive. Now the turnaround. Zibe dropping low, but Viper's able to stand his ground with Smiling Knight arriving. They killed Desire for the 1-for-1 trade, and now the Pango stuck. Davalama gets the low ground with a swashbuckle.
Oh, the poison
taking him over, and one more hit. There it is.
Too much damage over time. So nasty to get attacked by Viper this many times. And with the gem, not cleared out the area really well. What looked like a decent start perhaps for Night Pulse. Ends up being another tough fight. And PA has the entire Abyssal, I believe, coming out on the Courier. She has a recipe. Finish it up.
20,000 net worth. Monstrous Phantom Assassin.
Yeah. He had Shard queued up earlier, but I like the fact that he delayed it. Not going for the Shard rush, because his main priority is not killing the Spectre right now. It's just killing the rest of the team. So he's gonna buy the Shard for sure in this game, but it's not the most important thing. Most important thing is just killing the Monkey and the Pango really fast.
Well, I was thinking he was, maybe hoping he'd get it from one of these Tormentor kills. Shadow Shaman got one, Lich got one. Like, okay, next Tormentors, I'll get it then. Viper has his. I guess it's between... Does Dawnbreaker have hers?
Yeah,
right?
Dawnbreaker,
She does.
yeah. So
the next Tormentor gets the PA a shot.
Yeah, the next one is guaranteed. That's a good feeling.
Break of Dawn. I was going to see that Monkey
it's
King
all
up
the
top
monkey.
left.
Yeah. Spotted. He didn't think about it. It's so hard to keep in mind that when you play against the Dawnbreaker, like, oh, it's 10-minute mark. I've been spotted. If he shows it all here, he's dead.
Spectre's jumped the Viper down bottom. That's a lot of damage.
Oh,
is
so
it
close.
enough? With another hit in? Oh my god.
He bottled between the auto attacks. He would have died otherwise, I think.
Jeez.
Just barely living with like 40 HP. And that's where the Bloodthorn damage, we can see, it does so much to rend. The fact that Bloodthorn goes from the Orchid 30% to 60% of the damage you dealt at the end of it is why people rush this on Spectre. You get a ton of attack speed and also get that big damage towards the end. They're coming through the gate? No.
Spooky times.
Both teams sitting either side of the gate.
So if Monkey's turned into a tree and Break of Dawn happens, they wouldn't know where he is, right?
No, not really. I mean, you don't see him on the minimap, so you would have to be looking to see him, same as otherwise. But but he was going through the gate, I believe, when the dawn happened, so...
Yeah. I was just thinking of like what he could do to not be spotted when when daytime happens.
Yeah, every 10 minutes turn into a tree so they don't see you on the minimap. That's a really good point, actually. Yeah. It's like very difficult to have the presence of mind to think about that, though, but I'll keep an eye out for if he does it next 10-minute mark.
It's like you see it and then you think about it in retrospect, but yeah, thinking about it ahead of time is like, oh,
he got spotted. Rasta saw him.
Where's the Gleipnir? And Spectre's actually coming in here with the monkey to fight. Spectre's shackled up now, though. Zibe with the damage.
Can't leave.
Cancel shackle with a boundless strike. Starbreaker lands, though, and oh my god, Dream surrounded and killed.
Nice. Quick reaction from Eki coming in. Very nice save and then catching and turning it around. A little bit sold by his Monkey King, the Spectre. They were hoping Spectre could just jump out, but Monkey couldn't save him anyway at that point.
Now we're rolling Thunder into mid. Terrorize on top of Stormstormer, but that's an incredibly tanky Viper you've gone on without your Spectre. And PA says no.
PA with a huge crits onto the Pango, just disappears. 4 hits, take 2,000 damage.
No Pango. Sit down.
No Pango?
Bad Pangolin. Oh, Willow. Oh my god, careful. How many crits does it take to get to the center of a Willow? I think it might just be one.
Not many. He does have the methodical facet, so at least you know he won't insta-crit you.
Oh, yay. Great. Thanks, Bob.
I mean, dude, I would be pretty happy about that if I was the PA. Or if I was Dark Willow. Yeah, because yesterday and the day before, we watched some Phantom Assassin being played in Eastern Europe, and they went for the Veiled One facet. So the fact that they went for methodical is a little bit different. Overall, both the facets are really good. So PA is one of the few heroes, I want to say, where it's pretty balanced which one you go for.
Okay.
There's like merit to both of them.
Compared to Dragon Knight, who has 3 facets and you only ever pick one.
He has 3? I didn't know. I just see free Battle Fury. That's all I do.
Yeah. Smiling Knight, about a grand away from Satanic now. And what's the Roshan situation? Where is he? What time is it? What's going on?
He's up down there. He's up, he's down, and he's going down. They're quickly killing him off. No real sign of them being able to reach this. They hear the roar, but you know that's too late. If you're against a PA and you hear the roar, it's like, okay, Rosh is dead.
He's already gone.
I had to look it up, by the way, because I feel like, you know, both are very balanced. The win rates of Methodical is 49.5%. The win rates of Veiled One is 49.4%. So it's a 0.1% difference over 8,000 games. So when I say the two facets are very balanced, they really are.
That's the pick rate? Oh, that's the win rate.
No, the win rates on either of them. The pick rate is much higher for Methodical, actually. Veiled One is lower pick rate, but win rate is basically identical.
Oh, okay. Very close. Stormstormer sits on high ground. Nearly kills a tier 3 Enforcer's Glyph, but Nightpaws are smoked and coming in from behind. Which it seems like Zive has got an idea of as he repositions himself and throws the hammer out.
Yeah, they should be ready for the move behind. Eki has to be careful.
Now the courier gets sniped, they know, but Eki jumps on the Monkey King. He showed himself straight up. In Frost in, on Thunder to bounce back, but the Monkey King's been slain by this PA with a PKP.
Quick buyback.
Kadaro in trouble to the Serpent Wards. Monkey does buy back. Phantom Assassin down pretty low, jumps to the Lich there to rejoin her team, while Lich jumps in aggressively. And Eiko surrounded. Smiling Knight comes back in. The Lich still alive with a Ghost Scepter up, but the Wukong's is out now, and Warwick can fight back. So Smiling Knight has to jump back. And look at the Pangolier here with a bash, a stun, a couple of bits of control. The Pango is dead. And PA can keep jumping. Still with Aegis, just finds target after target. Hidaro in some serious trouble, but his Ice Path actually keeping him alive as it holds back Zibe and Smiling Knight, allows Warwick to glide near this PA, control her for long enough as she can't find any bonus skills, while Stormstorm is being run out by a Spectre. Very back and forth, but Avulus, they've lost 3. PA will respawn back up through the Aegis. Dawnbreaker can't really help her, and the PA is dying to this Spectre. Dream comes out with a double kill. Now Dawnbreaker's in trouble. The save from the Shadow Shaman's there, but now the Gleipnir with a little bit of control from Kidara can follow through on the Dawnbreaker and get them another kill. Night Pulse on the doorstep of their base. They're losing barracks and buildings, but they get a massive teamfight win.
Eki is still sitting around as well. Not gonna be able to turn this. What a brawl from Night Pulse. Impressive stuff. They took out the 2 supports immediately. So they identified we should go on the Lich and Rasta. These saves are too strong. After you bring them down, the Chorus did a good job trying to fight back. The Aegis PA held her ground pretty well. but ultimately without a Satanic she couldn't really heal up and get back to full HP as easily. And slowly but surely, those disables bring them down.
Into action again. Shadow Snap jumps on Seneko, kills the Lich, and now a Rolling Thunder.
Got Eki too.
Up over Eki to not push him to low ground and get a double kill for Spectre.
Okay.
I mean, two lanes down, but Nightpulse really feeling themselves now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, normally you lose 2 lanes like this, it feels awful, but all this gold injection that they got from this team fight. Getting new items flying out. We have Spectre getting close to a basher for herself. I think that's going to be really key. She can't stand and fight against some of these heroes when they pop the BKB, but with a basher, it's going to be a bit easier for her to actually win those trades.
Desire is already over there planting wards around enemy ancients near the Tormentor.
Yeah, he's prepping for the Tormentor play. He has the Spectre ulti ready.
I mean,
oh, this is a trap for the ancient farm. So when this PA jumps for the ancient farm, you're gonna terrorize her perhaps.
Gonna go for the shard and Seneko. Oh, destroyed! Smiling Knight. You okay here? Breaker. He gets stunned up by the Cursed Crown. As Desire gonna Yules, but die eventually. So Dark Willow for a Lich, but it's definitely a statement of intent there from Nightpulse.
That's a 1-for-1, but Nightpulse are happy with it as well. They didn't invest much time. Spectre barely was there for a few seconds, and the rest of them are just farming and pushing out the lanes. Whereas Avulus brought more heroes for that. Viper gonna run into the Pango. Ninja Gear breaks. He's currently under a ward. Spectre could jump him. Perhaps being a little bit cautious.
This state of game as well, kind of important for Nightpulse to continue being disruptive. This fight is super important with the roll and the jump in from Spectre. All the Guardians counter, healing this Viper back up as they turn on the Pango and kill him off.
They kill him during his roll with the Abyssal Blade, holding him in place. PA realizing it's worth popping the BKB and going for the kill. Good choice by Smiling Knight there.
Super important that Nightpulse stay disruptive though, right? Because bottom and mid, racks have already fallen. They're going to be naturally pushing to the dire base. So it's kind of easy for Avulus to group up as 5 and play this top jungle, play into mid, play into top, get this tier 2, and settle. Right? You don't want Avulus to settle in a portion of the map, because that's when they kind of bunker up and say, okay, we're going to get pushed 2 lanes. You've got to try and find some wraparound on us. Yeah, Nightpulse wants to find these little moments around vision where they can snipe, get a kill.
They do.
Stop the easy moves. Desire, though, dead. Yeah, turned on. The damage is good. Smiling Knight's gone.
A Hex on Jakiro. Didn't expect the Disable to come out that quickly. Hexes follows up with the Ice Path. Kidaro was ready for that. They used the Willow as a bait and turned it around. Getting a huge kill, and that completely diffused the threat of the push coming in.
Yeah. Where did he get a Hex from, though?
I mean, he must have robbed someone. It's my boy Kidaro. He just, 110 Jakiro. Yeah, what items does he have? A Hex. It's fine.
It's not just the Hex, like Glimmer, Force, Arcane's Hex. He's got a Buckler as well.
Yeah, he's got pretty decent net worth. He's been shoving lanes quite a bit.
Feels good for him.
Yeah.
Now, Nightpulse, they've pushed out a couple of lanes, and they're playing into bottom jungle. Again, hunting, looking for these straggler kills. Avulus feels like they've got to really tighten up. Ooh. And defend against this Spectre, who just keep jumping in and forcing BKBs. Now Monkey with the Wukongs. BKBs himself. Seneko gonna get sliced here. As the Rolling Thunder connect. Kidaro with Davai Lama, they found this Hex. A jump Rolling Thunder into control out of Jakiro. Pushing Zibe around and actually gets shoved to low ground by the Hex or Shadow Shaman.
That's very sneaky. But still amazing stuff coming out for Nightpulse, playing on that PA being dead. Going in, forcing BKB from the Viper, getting a kill on the Lich. And now, looking at bottom. They know Viper doesn't have BKB if he shows himself.
Brambles from Desire. Not seeing anyone.
Yeah. And Phantom Assassin is queuing up the refresher next. She says if she doesn't have BKB, she can't really fight. It's too much control coming out. Nightpulse have a ton of disables. Especially with that Hex added in. It adds so much threat.
Is when you cluster cluck Hex an ally, are the sheep randomly generated? Like, is your position?
Yeah, so all of them get put in random positions. One of them stands still, and then they run around, right? So
Okay.
But yeah,
So,
you don't like stay in the same position always. So
I'm just thinking, like, on that high ground, right? There was a chance Zibe stays on high ground and a chance he goes low ground.
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely.
Because there was, I don't know if Shadow Demon Disruption still works like that, but you can, like, plan to block someone, right?
Yeah.
Like, knowing where the positions are going to be.
Yeah, you can. You mean using Shadow Demon to like block someone in place? Yeah. The cluster.
I was just wondering if there was like some super sick play there from Zibe where he positioned and like turned his hero at a certain angle that makes him go.
It's like old Warcraft 3 mechanic. You get close to an edge and then pop illusion spells, and it might push you down the edge. You know, it exists in Dota as well. We see sometimes people getting themselves over a high ground by some intelligent use of some spell like that. Shadow Shaman is like easier to do it because it spreads out the chickens quite a bit. You have a pretty big area when you use it. I just never thought about that you can go from high ground to low ground. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. No Roche just yet. Minute 45 until he's up. And that means he's going to go to the dire side.
Yeah,
the last also smoking.
Last two Aegises did go the way of Avulus, but Night Pulse, they want to get their hands on it. Coming out with a smoke.
Lane Ward. Eki and Seneko in position. Night Pulse going the long way around again. That bottom lane. It's kind of spooky, though. And you've got the Spectre who's trying to shove out, hold the waves, while the rest of the team make this sweeping move.
Long wraparound. Leading with the Monkey King is really nice. Might get a favorable engagement. Stormstormer looks to be the one connecting. Has the high ground
courier.
at least.
There's a Radiant Courier flying over, so they're just following that. Like, where's this Lich Courier going? Oh, it's over here. Let's up the Viper then, shall we? And blow up Stormstormer, destroyed immediately. Asked buyback to come in. The Monkey King sliced by the PA. Big hits and crits as they turn on the Jakiro now to find another simple kill and get the numbers advantage, taking out Desire. Avulus hold their ground. They do have to spend a couple of buybacks, as Night Pulse do as well. The Spectre and the Pango still alive. Fighting shape somewhat with the Wukong's command onto the Zibe Dawnbreaker. They've broken down Dawn and look to the Lich now as well with the Nullifier. The chase forward. Brambles are out. Stormstormers had to BKB defensively, and they're going to the Twin Gate to try and escape. They can't do that. They've got to turn and fight. Desire a dive back. PA back in, but Stormstormer a dive back on him. PA has to jump, has to fight. The break is there, but the PA's just dying. Surrounded by Spectre illusions and killed by Dream. Cut. Comes out hot. A double kill for the Spectre.
Amazing fight again from Night Pulse, just splitting up the fight as much as they can. Trying to, you know, not fight into the Viper and everyone grouping up, but instead splitting them apart. Getting that initiation pickoff was huge, though. Jakiro was fast with a Hex. Stormstormer did have a chance to react, but it wasn't much time. It was like a split second before he could have BKB'd.
And no Viper buyback? PA's not gonna buy back. Roshan here for Night Pulse.
No, this is theirs. They're gonna get it, and that's a free Aghanim Scepter as well. Spectre with Aghanims now is gonna be huge. So you can't hide from her anymore. He's gonna start those fights by getting vision. Oh. Random Lich ulti. Not gonna be able to get him.
Wait, hang on. That's following him. Warwick.
I really want him. Nice bounces too, but
then Seneca's gonna die to the Spectre.
Yeah, Spectre not hesitating, pulled the trigger on the Haunt after consuming the Aghanims.
That Monkey King jumps away.
Spectre's pretty difficult to kill right now with the Butterfly and the Trickster Cloak. All that evasion is doing a lot to keep her alive. 46% evasion, and PA does not have True Strike.
Even with the breaks, every fight Spectre is broken and they're trying to kill her and they can't.
No, he's rather durable just by having like the Dispel from the Manta, the evasion as mentioned, and then the damage block from the Abyssal he has now too.
Oh, look at that. Ferrying out 3 mangoes just to stay on the map as well.
Quick region. I love to see that. Big fan of it. He's even keeping the Royal Jelly just to keep getting some extra mana. He knows his item build doesn't give him enough. Wants even more.
Usually something we only see from supports, right? Having like Shovel and Philosopher's Stone and the Jelly, swapping between them.
That's true. I wonder what he's going to buy next on Spectre, since he wanted to buy Aghanim Scepter, but now 5.4k gold on Spec. As his team is hunting for kills. Any bit of vision, and Spectre is going to happily just ult in for some BKBs. Even if you don't get a kill, it's still huge.
The Dawnbreaker.
Dawn him.
Rolled on. Eyeing up this Dawn as a quick and easy kill. Smiling Knight, though, turns. Does get stunned. Has to BKB and run. Scared of the Spectre. And respecting Nightballs in their power right now as they blow up Eki in the mid lane. And 2 heroes dead with no buyback for Avulus on the doorstep of their base. But there's no creep waves.
Oh, the Dawnbreaker. She's 270 gold away. There is a double bounty rune up top. Could find bounty runes and get her buyback back, but getting out there is so scary.
The tier 2s are all still alive, hey?
Yeah, they are.
I was thinking, hey, a fight on the doorstep of the Radiant base. Can we go high ground? No. There's no waves, and there's towers still up.
Who cares about towers? Nightpulse are here for kills, and they're 7,000 gold ahead now. Big swing. Obviously, a lot of that is back to the Aghanim Scepter they got for free from Roche. But these last few fights have been going so well for them. Full Skadi was the build for Spectre coming out. She is looking like the strongest on the field by a huge margin. Even though the PA has break, she just kind of has fallen off in impact the last few fights.
And Monkey King is closing in on Silver Edge as well, so another way to deal with his Viper and PA. Great tools from Nightpulse here, and we see that big swing in graphic form. A massive dip there as Nightpulse take this game by the reins. Tier 2 mid, and then playing up towards top. It feels like Avulus run out of steam a little bit here.
And now they're feeling the Spectre effect. You can't leave base because you know you're going to get haunted. You need to play close together. But Spectre has that Aghanims ready as well. They would love a big team fight right now. With Aegis on the Spectre for 1 minute and 40 seconds. Avulus almost have to be patient.
They're very eager to get out of their base and make their own plays. That has been, you know, Avulus's identity for a while now. They don't just sit in Fountain waiting to see what comes. They want to be out there making moves.
That blink. He got haunted by Spectre, but the blink out before a single auto attack came in. Good reflexes by Soneko. So they get their Torm, they got a D-ward, you know, and it's the little things for Avulus right now. You fight for what you can, but while that's happening, Nightpulse are just building a bigger net worth lead by the minute, enjoying the entire map.
Stormstormer and Soneko having to smoke out of the base with ninja gears. Please let us find a little bit of farm, a little neutral camp, something.
Yeah, ninja gears are worth their weight in gold right now. Eki also wants some gold, drops the Rasta wards down bottom to both fix a creep wave and also farm a jungle camp.
Okay.
It really tells you the story of how the state of the game is.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough, I guess. 2 large camps in a wave.
Yeah. You just want some farm, man. Fix bottom lane. Now looking like they want to group up. Do they have smoke, though? Lich is not carrying one, so... Just gonna play close to each other. Again, Dalai Lama on the hunt always, together with Desire. Desire has a Hex on his own, so both the supports on Nightpulse have Hex.
Yeah, Eki has 1. Nightpulse have 2. Dangerous times for that PA. It could get chain stunned pretty heavily here.
Yeah, with the Abyssal as well on top from the Spectre. It's very difficult to move around for the Radiant heroes.
Yeah, you can start out with Hex, Abyssal, Boundless Strike. Terrorize on top of that with an Ice Path. Tons of ways here to break down Avulus as they could start fights.
Ninja is allowing Lich to go out a little bit, but he gets jumped.
There you go. Yeah, there's Rolling Thunder. Right into the PA, though. Llama dead for Soneko. Spectre does come in here, jumps back across again. The PA is dead. Found by Desire and Dream. And a beyond godlike Spectre is now running towards Stormstormer as Avulus, tail between legs, trying to evade. Wukong's come out of Warwick with a good boundless strike. They'll find more here trapped inside, but they do want that bonus kill. Dawnbreaker on the run. Spectre giving chase. The Spectre now changes target to Viper, thinking, hey, maybe Storm is the kill. Forcing buybacks out with his Radiant side. The PA rejoins the fight, comes back in onto this Pangolier, but can't get the finishing touches. And now
the
Smite
PA.
Knight, BKB's done. Ice Path into the stuns. Phantom Assassin, no buyback. Dead forever, and GG call.
GG is called. Nightpulse have done it. Amazing team fighting from them. Just looks like their team has all the resources you want. They have tons of damage, team fight control, and these single target disables. Just the bane of PA's existence towards the end of the game here. The moment he's not in BKB, he's just dead. They jump him so quickly.
Yeah, and Avulus, a team who were kind of... Well, it's Avulus, been chased out by Roshan with the Greevils. As we head into game 2, where, yes, your eyes do not deceive you, Nightpulse have the one-game advantage in this best of 3 already. A team that's freshly formed. A couple of days ago, it was a different roster built around Dream playing in Eastern European qualifiers. And now they've got this brand new one playing in Western Europe and looking pretty freaking good. Not going to lie. That game 1, I was going into this thinking, yeah, Avulus, easy breezy. Nightpulse woke me up. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, definitely. They came in swinging, and I really like their read on the game, how to find moments to turn the game around, because there were a lot of times in last game where Avulus looked like they were going to take it. They grouped up, got some good push going, but they found these pickoffs over and over. Nightpulse just very creative with their gameplay, baiting people and, coordinating well.
A late smoke. Looked like it was from both teams. Chen and Tiny going to group up with the Dragon Knight. It looks like here Warwick and Desire going to head out up north. Just trying to find any little bit of information they can.
Yeah. Morphling,
Smoke
smoke
breaks.
revealing. He hasn't seen them yet. He's going to see the Satyr coming up.
Yes, hello, how you doing? Dire Sentry and Obs gets placed, but the Radiant Observer is a little bit deeper off to the left. Morphling and Lich going to try and hold out on this bounty rune here as Stormstormer comes in with the help of Eki and looks at this Kadara Lich as a freebie.
That'd be a great start for him, getting that first blood. Off to a good start. He probably needs it too. Timbersaw can be a problematic hero for Tiny to deal with. But he might get a help from the Chen. Mana burn creep is already making its way.
Oh, great.
That's so
This
toxic.
again.
Actually, that could completely win mids. Like, if he leaves the
Yeah.
creep there and just keeps spamming the mana burn every 20 seconds onto a Timber.
That can make a huge difference.
I'm not sure he can do that, though, because he needs to also play his own lane, right? You're going against an Enigma, not the easiest for the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, right, Chen's got to do a lot of trading and harassing. I'm thinking about this mid lane again, though. Tiny, kind of slower than the Timbersaw. You want this Tread, Soul Ring, Blink Dagger. Timbrsaw's kind of looking for a level 6. As Seneko is blocked up top, and this could be dangerous with Blood Grenade and triple Eidolons on him.
Yeah, I think he should be fine. We'll see. The Breathe Fire is there. He can damage reduce 30%. Try and save his Chen. If he doesn't use it, I think Chen dies, but Smiling Knight could save him.
Yeah, he is going up, and he's got around 300 health. I'll see how much that Breathe Fire does. Onto Enigma and the Eidolons. Could make the difference.
Yeah, needs to take the damage away. Otherwise, those auto attacks are going to be a bit much, I think, for Chen.
Desire already showing the threat, though, right, with his Fisher block. Seneko is alive. Barely, though. That Tango absolutely kicked in and came in clutch. But he's still being hunted by Desire.
The Tango and the fact that he stole one of the Eidolons. He took it over.
Oh, did he?
Shaker? Fisher?
Fishered and punched.
Oh, he's
Seneko
stuck.
trapped, stuck in the trees.
No more tangos. He couldn't get out.
Desire.
Good
Down at
play.
the bottom, Eki being run out by the Morphling. Finished off. Zibe can't really protect the line at all. 2 good early kills from Nightpulse.
A great start for them. Fantastic stuff going on in lanes. So mid lane being a little bit difficult after the first blood, but side lane's going great.
Yeah, that Timbersaw more than able to recover, right? 6 and 3.
I mean, he's gonna have a good time. It's just the first blood difference, but Timber's definitely not under any danger on mid.
First blood and first mana burn.
True.
Little bits of annoyance. And Timbersaw, are we still seeing this big burst damage kind of guy with Kaya Blink? Or what do you reckon this game from him?
Yeah, I think Kaya's going to be the first. We already see him having mana boots and Kaya queued up in his inventory, I believe. So might be Kaya Blink or maybe going into an earlier Aghanim Scepter. Seen that as well a bit. Aghanims is a huge burst of damage you can play around.
That makes it very tanky. I guess nothing here to dispel it or anything like that, right?
Not innately, no. Now they will have to build... Oh, the neutral creep, griefing the Enigma a little bit, tossing him back into the Dragonite, but he's gonna be fine.
Or the Hurricane.
Gotta watch out for the Wildwing Ripper.
Desire already with 2 denies, using Enchant Totem to deny right in front of the Dragonite. And Dragonite's strength, you know, cleaving and getting last hits. This Earthshake is pretty good against that.
Desire
they
wants
ring
this.
around the Rosie for the Lotus Pool. Desire fishers, faces the center and grabs it up.
No stun? EK stun? Not using it. Not sure why he didn't pop the stun on him there. Feels like they could do some damage.
I'm not sure, maybe holding it for level 4.
Bottom
so
lane, onto
a bit more.
Eki.
Yeah, this Lion having some struggles. Frost Blast and the waveform, the slow and the gap close makes his life pretty hard in terms of positioning in this lane.
Stays alive for now. Been seeing this more and more from Morphlings, where they use the strength nuke to stun and then get a last hit. Costs so little mana, you can just use it to get some denies.
Yeah.
Chen wants
Kitara.
to steal Enigma's Eidolons.
You gotta do what you can in that kind of lane. And Frost Blast is one hell of a spell. Kadara just out-trading 2 heroes, but this is kind of good for Avulus in the fact that Darkseer is a bit slow and sleepy early on, right? He wants to get quickly to level 5 and then forget about the early laning stage. So far they're doing a good job of, but top lane, Smiling Knight, he's going to turn here and try and fight back into Eidolons, but there's no way he can do it. Desire and Dalai Lama run him down, and look at Seneko now. They've got the Malefice in 4 seconds, Fisher coming up but no mana for him. So Seneco's going to walk back, while Eki and Kidaro having a bit of a fight down bottom and trading their own lives.
A lot of blood on the side lanes. Good fighting with the Eidolons, and this is why we saw them just pick up that Enigma so quickly when they started Dragonite. Does really well in the lane.
Yeah, position 4 Earthshake has been pretty fun as well, but he is going to get cut off. Eki TP's the tier 2 to come and kill the Earthshaker.
Joining him for that kill. That does mean that he's leaving his Darkseer completely alone for now, so Kidara is going to be on the case, shutting down Ziba.
Avalama? Oh, he survives against Smiling Knight. Gives him the tip as well, as this Dragonite takes a lot of damage from the Eidolons.
Can't even really go up against the Eidolons now. Wants to get the last hits, but takes a lot of damage.
And then, what's that? A Radiant Scan does understand someone's here. I don't know if they saw Eki planting that ward, but either way, Desire will be able to protect the Enigma.
Darkseer being hunted bottom. He's trying to go behind, but doesn't have Surge anymore. Wait for him to
know the
soon.
Lion's left the lane, but looks like Zibe with brown boots. Fast enough to get a bit of a gap.
Goes for the next wave. Just farm behind the towers. Safest place as Morphling can't chase him.
Timbersaw starting to trail behind a little bit to this Tiny. Stormstorm are doing very well, 33 and 8.
Last hit's looking amazing, and we'll see him keep spamming the toss onto the Timbersaw. Bring his HP low.
Yeah, Soul Ring Tiny just spam spells non-stop. Oh, Seneko tried to guard the shield rune, but he might die for it as Desire and Warwick get the damage to the Chakram, but Stormstormer helped by Eki to kill the enemy mid. A nice trade there for Avulus.
Yeah, definitely gonna be happy with that. They didn't get the shield rune, but doesn't really matter as you get the bigger kill. And Stormstormer still gets his bottle refill over the bounty rune, so he's gonna be fine too.
It's a freaking chaos, isn't it?
A lot of brawling.
Webhouse, how you doing? How you doing, buddy?
It's all over the place.
I don't know. It's just absolutely wild. Everywhere we look, there's just shit happening. Like top lane, Smiling Knight is just dead, isn't he? The Chakram damage with the Eidolons there, he's gone. Bottom lane is a Morphling diving onto Eki because Wisdom Rune's about to spawn. Morphling with a Lich here. Frost Blast, a bit of follow-through damage. Not enough to kill the Lion. Maybe grab the Wisdom Rune as the Lich is dragged back to the vacuum and killed. Stormstormer takes the rune. Not losing out there, Avulus bringing 3 heroes to respond.
Some time invested, at least, from the Morphling as well coming over. Sure, you forced the TP reaction from the Tiny, but he's happy as long as he's part of these kills. But Night Pulse, thus far, have done a really good job shutting down the Dragon Knights. His farm is not very high. 2.4k gold versus the 3.3 on Enigma.
Huh, that's kind of pathetic. You've picked a Dragon Knight and you're not top of the net worth?
We expect more from you, buddy.
Yeah, he'll be able to go back into jungle and catch up, obviously, with this free Battle Fury he's got built in innately.
Just needs levels. Needs levels, needs Armlet and Mask of Madness, and then he'll talk to these guys again. I'll have a stern talking to Enigma.
See you in my office. 20 minutes. Maybe 15. 8-minute rune. Protected top by the Earthshaker, Lich, Timbersaw, stopping Eki in his tracks and grabbing the double damage.
The drums running down the Chen. Enigma is here.
Right. Yes, and Echo. More Eidolons and another little tap out of Davai Lama gets the kill while Stormstormer snipes Kidaro.
They also see the stacks going on here, so they see the medium stack and they see the big camping stack too that placed a ward. Oh, they didn't place a ward, that's the dire ward still. It was pinged out. Shaker, gonna go and check the big camp together with the Eidolons. He'll find it.
If he was level 6, he just slams that, right?
Oh, for sure. But now he's gonna get...
Echo slam
he's
though,
a bonus
sadly,
to the stack. Oh no.
He's gonna get avalanche tossed into the stack.
That's a juicy stack for
money.
Oh no. Oh, the 5-head play. He will now get experience with his totem being there while they clear the stack. That brings him almost...
sharing it with it. So Stormstorm should have waited 10 seconds for Earthshaker to respawn, huh?
Yeah, I don't think he wants to stick around.
Oh.
But that did almost bring the Shaker to level 6. Like, unironically, pretty good. The statue doing work.
Yeah. It's cool, honestly. Timbersaw coming in to try and steal some of these ancients that Darkseer is farming. Making life really difficult as they black hole the Dragonite top. The Eidolons and this Earthshaker control, they finished him off.
And they're on the Lion too at the same time. The Timber Lich, bring him down.
Desire brings Stormstormer to half, nearly kills Seneko with that Echo Slam. Eki does die to Warwick down south. Avulus are being picked apart here. Nightball's playing... Oh,
the snipe attempt. If that landed, he would have killed him. Nice try by Desire. Not quite landing.
The fact that Nightpulse are playing multiple actions in multiple lanes, right, is usually the sign of a really high-level team. This is kind of incredible from them to play so actively, find kills, and play forward onto objectives at the same time. Like, looking at Eki get obliterated mid means tier 1 is now unlocked.
Just going from objective to objective, playing really well. I have to say, though, I'm a little bit disappointed, you know? Your team name is Night Pulse, and you haven't skilled Midnight Pulse on Enigma. Come on. You gotta get that in there.
He will. I'll get there eventually. Still not much of a net worth lead for Night Pulse. Even though they're making all these actions and making life difficult for Avulus, there's still farm to be had. It just feels like potentially on the wrong heroes. You know, Dragonite being so far behind. I want him to catch up. There's a lot to be said for a Tiny being top of the net worth now, right? Wait on Stormstormer's shoulders to go and do stuff with the Blink.
He's got the Blink coming out on the Courier, so yeah, the moment that this arrives, they're gonna try and go for a smoke immediately. We see this time and time again from teams, just timing the smoke to the Blink. Look for whatever you can grab. They have Finger Death ready as well, so Morphling would be the ideal target. But the smoke, I believe it was spotted by the Observer Ward. At least it was in vision range of it. Question is whether they can sense this gang coming. See Morphling running away, forming small camp.
Getting what he can before evacuating bottom.
Ooh, that was seconds away from getting ganked. He is morphing up to 1700 HP. That is a lot. You can't really burst this, they know it.
And walking back through lane, trying to smoke break by himself. Lich will come in with a ward, but he reveals his position, which means Stormstormer and Eki can take him down. Morphling.
Enigma coming in? Oh, cancelled.
I'm trying to figure out if they want to fight here. It feels like they kind of want to defend tier 1, but with Lich dying, maybe time to just give up on it.
Lich dying and Enigma no TP.
Morphling has to waveform back towards his tower to protect himself. I think he wanted to go through gate, but now he's surrounded by 4. Turns into Tiny, avalanche toss, but the wall's dropped on him. shifting strength here. Morphling seems tanky enough, especially with the Frost Shield on him, to survive the burst. And a flurry of TPs out of Night Pulse.
Yeah, ton of reaction coming out, so I think Avulus are happy, just gonna back out with that. They go towards mid, fix the lanes. Timber, looking for more though, wants to dive, he has the illusion rune as well, so feeling very confident.
And of God keeps Seneko alive for now, and they've TP'd Smiling Knight down here to try and fight with his DK, and they kill the Timber. A big pick there, as Eki dumps the Finger of Death on him, and Avulus so hungry for more. Give them a bonus kill. Catch Kidaro. Eki thinks about the stun, doesn't quite have it. Now he's found the range. Ibe gonna try and surge away while Tiny aiming for another angle, but he's been scouted by Timber Illusion, which is gonna cancel his blink.
Enigma soon as TP. It could come down here as well, but looks like they're gonna think better of that and just go top. Taking down the tower already. Morphling goes to the safer farming grounds.
Yeah. Bring Desire up here as well. Give Avulus that bottom corner. You know, they've kind of wasted Avulus's time down there, making them really fight for the tier 1. Well, it was very easy for Davai Lama to find his space.
Yeah.
But still in a dead even game.
Doing a very good job not losing too much on the side of Night Pulse. Now Morphling sitting back, farming the triangle area. Game is, as you said, dead even, so it's really about who can start breaking up all this map control.
Well, Morphling gets to farm some stacks.
Oh, the black hole, Lich ulti.
Soon.
Goodbye, Darks here.
Oh yeah, good combo.
Quick takedown and a ward dewarded to boot.
Before blink or anything, right? Enigma's going full auras so far.
Yeah.
Drums and pipe.
It's what we expect. Damage mitigation build, and the drums are so good on Enigma. Later on, he might make a switch into the Blink BKB at some point, but it's not priority for now.
And Timbersaw going for what you mentioned. Aghanim's after the Kaya.
Yeah. Yeah, quite commonly see this. It's just great defensively, but also that massive kill potential you have of exploding the barrier. It ends up like solo killing people.
I'm a little upset that Morphling did take that large camp stack, though. I think Earthshaker should have had it.
Yeah.
Blink daggers. Not that far away. Avulus, though, striding forward into mid. Both blink. A reveal of Stormstormer, but Fisher blocks. The wall is dropped. Stormstormer kind of trapped here. In comes the Echo Slam to blow up the Tiny. Desire. Beautiful move, just a step forward, slay the Tiny, look for Eki now in the tree line. A double kill for the Earthshaker. That's going to get him blink. That'll be the money for him. While Warwick, another Fisher to help out here, allows the Timber to get on top of this Darkseer. 3 heroes shredded, 2 of them cause no real losses out of Night Pulse.
A deep dive behind the tier 1 tower there, hoping that Night Pulse weren't quite ready, but the positioning was really clean. Nice echo coming in from the Shaker. The walk-in echo hit really hard. Stormstormer just ends up overcommitting a little bit. They also had some cooldowns in the start of the fight. Lion was like 5 seconds away from having Finger of Death, so he couldn't quite help burst people. And then he gets jumped by Morphling. Eyeing up the Enigma. Again, not the easiest kill. We see them a lot going just Lion and Tiny, hoping to burst people, but feels like you're missing a little bit, you know? The Chen being somewhere else, farming. Not the best here at bursting something. Normally it's the Tiny wants to group with 2 supports and go around killing, but you don't have a Dark Willow, you have a Chen.
Well, Desire gonna grab the Haste Rune under the nose of Seneko. It kind of feels like it comes back to this DK lane where DK should be feeling powerful a little earlier on, should be playing with a Chen, pressuring objectives with his Darkseer. Tier 1 mid, definitely a painful thorn on the map for Avulus, thinking about how that last fight went. Now back to kind of a waiting period.
It's always awkward when you play Chen as well. At like 16 minutes, you only took 1 tier 1 tower. This hero wants to crack down all the towers as soon as possible. So the fact that mid and top tier 1 towers are still standing, not a good feeling for Seneko. It makes it hard to play the map as a Chen. Less access to the jungle camps. You rely on those jungle creeps.
Yeah, then you have Kidaro's Lich, who's just like sitting in a lane, putting shield, and spamming Frost Blast to get a bit of additional farm. Looks like he's pretty comfortable down there.
Seneko's entire army almost died on mid lane to Timbersaw.
You can't be losing them. And Morphling shows up top. And Avulus. I'm going to back up here. Lion and Tiny can't really go on him or the Enigma. Bit of posturing, bit of showing of strength. Saber rattling by Night Pulse.
I think Night Pulse are very happy with the way the game is going right now. They scale so well into late game. Morphling hasn't died a single time, and Avulus just not really able to find the kills that they want on Tiny. So that puts more and more weight on the shoulders of the Dragon Knights. He has to be this big threat. And also, the Darkseer at the bottom of the board in farm. This was the last pick Darkseer into a lane. You saw what you're going up against, but he has not really had a good time on Ziba.
Oh, definitely a slow start for him. Avulus is going to be looking at a bit of a later timing. Smiling Knight going for an 18-minute bracer. He's got it queued, but it's like, really?
It's been in the quick buy for a long time, though. I don't think he's buying it. It's just a remnant. He hasn't cleaned up his inventory.
A distant memory of the laning stage. Remember where he's come from, where he's been.
Humble beginnings. He's gonna buy Daedalus and be like, "Yep, bracer."
That's what I wanted when I was younger. Just a little bracer. Now it's all about the Daedalus Satanic. Aki and Stormstormer, they've been sat up here for quite a while and pushing that wave, farming camp, looking for any kind of pick-off potential. Nothing's come their way, but they've kind of planted themselves in a position where there's not been a free shove to tier 2. The top jungle has then been protected kind of just by being here. Not really an active position. Just a holding pattern from Avulus to keep farming.
Yeah, but, I mean, Night Pulse, they don't want to just farm, they want to get something more, so moving towards this Roche feels strong with their timings. Agnim's complete on the Timbersaw. They have the pipe on Enigma. This is difficult to contest, and I don't think there's any attempt coming out for Avulus. They're just gonna try and push out lanes meanwhile.
The Vlad's Morphling with the Eidolons. I'm gonna make short work of the Roche.
Bit of lag, short pause.
So what's Chen up to? Chen's got drums, Vlad's, and then he's going back for the Solar Crest. So I guess didn't need the Solar Crest because the Dragon Knight hasn't been playing Dota.
Yeah.
just been farming. Now it's like, oh, Dragon Knight's nearly ready. I'll get a Solar Crest so he can be buffed up.
I think it's just the correct choice to get the auras first as a Chen. It helps you so much, and it's overall good for grouping up with your team. But the Solar Crest is going to hopefully coincide nicely with when the Dragon Knight starts coming online. Be able to put that on him. But this timing now with the Aegis coming out on Morphling, I think we're going to see Night Pulse look to open up more of those towers. Going through the gate towards bottom with the Timber.
Where's he going? Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was going to push down here, but doesn't want to play completely alone.
Rejoins up with the Lich and the Earthshaker back towards mid. Kitaro taking a few blasts from the Satyrs. Walks back from the Chen army.
Yeah. For now, Morphling working on his Crystallis. We'll see that Kanda coming in.
Tiny shows and blinks away. Indicative of how Avulus wants to just play keep away right now. Stay out of this Morphling's range of influence.
I'm really concerned for Avulus right now because they don't have pipe yet. The Darkseer is still pretty far behind where he wants to be, so if they crack down on towers immediately on Night Pulse, there won't be the team fight potential from Avulus. Not having the farm that you really want on Dragon Knight. Does have BKB at least complete, so Dragon Knight is getting there. Next up, Daedalus. Once the Daedalus is complete, that's his timing. He wants to fight.
And Stormstormer, with this kind of stale period of the game, has done a great job at keeping up in net worth, right? Holding that top area of the map has kept the Tiny committed to being a top net worth hero. So often we see in slower games, Tinys just fall behind, right?
Yeah. Lion gets spotted by the Shaker. Doesn't have that much damage with level 1 Enchant Totem. Still gets him.
The Echo, but he's going to have to use it. Yeah.
Does have to commit a little bit, but that was a good heads-up play by Desire. He knew the Wisdom Rune was about to spawn, so just camp the bridge. No passing for you, Mr. Lion. You've been to hell and back, but not to this Wisdom.
Nope. That belongs to us. How long until this Dragoner has it in BKB, yeah. How long until he gets to use it?
I think he doesn't want to use it anytime soon.
No,
it's just,
exactly.
it's the damage, right? You just lack damage right now. You want the full Daedalus, and then that's going to be your timing where you can do a lot of damage during the BKB. But meanwhile, Night Pulse, they're grouping up, smoking. See them moving forward. Glimmering up on the high ground.
Avulus just given the memo of don't cross the river. Get back to secure high ground spots. Tuck yourselves away.
Yeah, playing it safe. So Neko does deny the haste turn, at least with his little agents out on the field. And Sibbe stuck around bottom, putting Iron Shell. Not gonna get anything as Morphling Illusions, just kill the creep. Ultimately, it's just Night Pulse slowly controlling the game, but only a less than 1,000 gold lead, so great job by Avulus at keeping up, playing whatever map they are able to.
Yeah, like I keep coming back to this top left corner, and I feel like Eki and Stormstorm are up there. Originally, it felt like, oh, they're up there to look for a kill, and it didn't pay off. What are they going to do next? But they literally sat top left corner for 3 minutes, just holding wave, like clearing wave, blinking back to jungle, clearing wave, blinking back, like making sure that push never came to tier 2.
Yeah.
So Night Pulse could never play top jungle, and now you've flipped the map, and Avulus have kept themselves in this to go and steal a Tormentor.
This is actually quite valuable. Shaker is going there, but he's a little bit late.
Very low Lion. Seneko as well as within
Oh, the Fisher!
range, the double Fisher. There we go. Sluggers them both. Desire with a double kill.
With a shard value. Hits them with the Enchant Totem. Aftershock gets the double. What an amazing thing for him. So he gets 4 staff. So yeah, you stole the shard, but definitely not worth in the end. Those kills and extra experience can make Desire very happy. It would have been a nice play if they got away. Yeah. Could be worse. Stormstormer got to safety.
And this Earthshaker has level 2 Echo Slam with a blink now. Avulus have got to keep their wits about them, because that surprise initiation can come out of nowhere.
That's very true. Also having the 4 staff and the shard, he's going to be able to play from far away and do quite a bit of work, even when he doesn't commit.
Like, when this Earthshaker's a core, I don't know, it kind of feels more manageable or noticeable, maybe. You know where he is, know where he's going to be, he's going to show, he's going to farm, then it's like, oh, he's in this area. But Pos 4 Shaker is just off map for vast periods of time. Never shows up on lanes. The surprise factor is like 10x, I feel.
Yeah, even just sometimes fishing creep waves and then using the Enchant Totem to push it out like he did just now. He doesn't show on map when he does it, so it's just your creep wave disappeared, and unless you're looking, you might not realize where he is. We have a deep ward from Avulus that spots 3 heroes backing out. This kind of tells them that Night Pulse, they know about the smoke. It looks like back to farming.
Even the Morphling all the way back to the bottom outskirt edges of the map. Still only a 2k lead. Morphling about 1,300 of that ahead of the DK.
Interesting, we have a bit of a shift from Smiling Knight. So he had the Daedalus queued up, but he decided to go for the Blink Dagger instead. Going for Blink and Nullifier. I think he's respecting the fact that there's, you know, Glimmer, Pavis, and Frost Shield. There's just so much defensive, so many defensive layers that you need to have a Nullifier in this game.
And Timber Ags as well?
Timber, yeah, exactly, you can dispel that too. Timber does have a Shroud, by the way, so he's tanking up for himself.
Oh, another Shroud.
Yeah.
Enchantress bought one in ESL Qualifier.
Yeah, was it Respect playing Enchantress having the Shroud, I believe?
Can't remember.
Some exciting item builds, but a little bit more normal on a Timber.
Yeah.
Understandable in this era.
Yeah, for sure.
In fairness, it popped off on that Enchantress. He was doing work with his Shroud. Frontlining, tanking for his team.
Freaking tanky.
But yeah, the combination of Shroud on Timber and then Pipe on Enigma as well. Timber will be very hard to kill.
Currently running around with an Arcane Rune, but there's a DD top to go and take. Gonna scout it with the Eidolons. See if they just deny it. Yeah, no one's near enough by to go and take it.
Just killing that. Don't really want to go for it. Smoke comes out from Avulus. They saw Shaker push out mid-wave. Might be on the hunt for him. See who they can grab.
Already blink back. Kadara going to smoke break here on the Chen. There you go, placing a sentry vacuum on the Lich. They found a Shaker with a tiny Glimmer. The save, Desire can turn around, but the BKB out of Stormstormer allows him to chase Desire down to the punches. And there we go. Smiling Knight activated, kills the Lich, and a unstoppable streak from Desire picked up by Stormstormer. It's quite a chunk of money.
Yeah, quite a bit of gold. They did get some nice kills, but still used a few of their abilities, so it looks like they want to go for the mid tower. They're hunting, though. Going towards the Morphling. Do they really have the damage to burst him, too?
They scanned this, so they know something's coming.
Manta
trying to cut across. They get that stun. Shifting strength, though, and Smiling Knight out in the open has to BKB. Eki's in with a two-man stun. Navai Lama's looking for his positioning with a Midnight Pulse as Warwick just goes forward. The tanky Timbersaw zones them away and forces Dragonite to blink out. Now, you've kind of left Eki here. He'll try and mana drain, but his life is forfeit for sure.
Yeah, he's gonna fall behind them. The tipping in the Shaker.
Kidaro's chasing. The Lich is on top of this tiny Sinister Gaze into Fissure. Damage from the Timber. Stormstormer down low with no BKB, and there's Morphling a wayfall on top of him. Big kill there.
Again, Avulus with a very aggressive move going for the Morphling, diving behind the tier 2 tower.
And Roche is respawning now.
Yeah, really bad time to die. They're gonna go and check Roche, and if they're patient enough to stick around, they will see him spawning as well. Daro sits there.
Thank you. Good job, Kadara.
Kadara is calling over his Morphling. He's like, ping ping, come here.
He's back.
Avulus not really being patient enough, perhaps. Getting those 2 kills and then diving deep for more.
Yeah, I mean, Chen sent his creeps to the wave in the bottom right corner to push it. So it was like they were cutting with their heroes behind tier 2 to kill a wave and push Nightfalls out. Then they just got completely separated.
Yeah.
Well, all Roshan's happening. You know, Avulus, they're trying to set up mid. Get a bit of a push going on tier 2, but as soon as that noise rings out across the map, you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, Morphling Aegis. Time to run.
A Blink Stun came in mid on the Timbersaw, but realizing that Enigma is nearby, also has that BKB on Enigma, you gotta respect that. You can't just dive tower. It's gonna definitely punish you. And Timber does not die quickly. Morphling just working away, becoming the big threat towards the late game. Only a 2,000 lead over the Dragon Knight, but I feel like Morphling with same net worth is a scarier hero to play against. The Dragon Knight feels somehow manageable at this stage.
Yeah, they've done a really good job. You know, from draft through to lane to now dealing with his DK. Smiling Knight hasn't had the best of games.
Big power spike on the Morphling, having the Aegis and the BKB just came in as well, so he's definitely looking for some tier 2 tower top. Running with his friends. They have a ward. Spots the Chen behind.
And this is a pretty fat Chen. Like, he's overtaken the Darks here. He's nearly at the Enigma's net worth. Kill his Chen off. It's quite a big deal. Especially if you get his army along with it. Observer ward on high ground. Desire jumps in. Stormstorm is tiny. Launches himself at Kidaro. Immediately BKBs and TPs out. Doesn't get the kill and evacuate. Now the Fissure onto Lion. Eki looks like he's been baited in. Sliced down by Warwick.
Fall. Nice try by Stormstormer, but doesn't really have the damage to bring down this Lich. Gotta praise the lucky stars. He got a Pupil's Gift as his drop. Even though it's 30 minutes into the game, he's still holding on to that. Very nice item.
And now just up high ground with Lion dead?
I don't see why not. Got the Aegis. Got all your spells ready, really.
I think Morphling just handed the Roshan's banner off to the Enigma to place it down straight away. Tier 3, forced to be glyphed up, while Smiling Knight waits in the wings looking for some Blink initiation play.
Tricky puzzle to solve this Morphling pushing. Not sure they can go on him at all. You need to find a Shaker, need to find an Enigma.
That's not the real one. Stormstormer attempts to toss back. A real Morphling, though, still protected as they kill one barracks off, and still with this flag up. But gonna respect the Dragon Knight in his ulti form.
Yeah, backing out. Still got quite a lot, so see some patience from Nightpulse backing out. And once that Dragon form is down, it'll be easy for them to take a fight again. Still has quite a bit of duration though.
Very patient. With Black Hole ready and Aegis in hand. Yeah. Definitely respecting Avulus in their high ground hold.
That's a sign of a team that understands. They're in no stress, even though they're in a situation where they can push aggro. They don't have to feel like they must go right now. This allows them to back up and see if any mistakes come out from Avulus. Right now, Stormstormer is out farming at the top of the map. If he gets found by the Shaker, could maybe get the BKB on cooldown at least. Storm is trying to set up to jump the back line when the push is coming in. Right next to each other. They don't know how close they are. Actually, he does know. There's the Cloak of Flames. Your blink is on cooldown. He knows.
Oh, he's gonna get stunned and found. BKB toss the Avalanche, but Desire to tanking and Stormstormer again with a BKB TP, but cancelled by the Black Hole this time. Enigma's there to catch the Tiny. Dead with buyback, but now the move is on. Nightpulse dive into this enemy base, looking to chase anyone they can find. Enigma being turned on a little bit by the Lion. The Dark thinking of re-entering, but the Morphling finds the Lion easily with his BKB. And the Dragon Knight, his damage output just seems so lacking. Finally getting some big hits on his Enigma, opens up onto Dalai Lama. That's all you can get though. The Morphling is really, really problematic. They're going to assist
nice
the gaze
vacuum
on the Lion. A good vacuum, yes, but the follow through there. Tiny, that jump counteracted a little bit by the Echo Slam, but it looks like Dragon Knight and Tiny still able to push back and fight a little bit into this Aegis of the Morphling, which is expiring in 35 seconds.
Trying to chase. Tiny has blink ready.
Run. Surge on the Tiny. Auric BKB's on this Timber Sword. They'll finish off the Morphling, or at least try to. He's still very tanky. Can't quite take him down, and instead changing target over to the Timber Sword now. Morphling waveform's over and does lose his first life while Warwick TP's out the Force Staff off to the side. The Fisher not enough to save him. Timber dead, shredded by Smiling Knight, while Morphling is still trying to fight up to the north. Suddenly, the Avulus swarm of heroes, though, are going to chase him and force the TP home after the waveform.
Double buyback expended by Avulus. They do hold, and it was, a nice try. I guess they lost their melee rack, so Nightpulse still happy with the way that fight went. Especially with Morphling not losing his life. Immediately back towards the Tormentor. That was a fight when Black Hole was basically expended for a single guy and not available for the real fight. And still it was difficult for Avulus.
Yeah, like really difficult. Had to pull out all the stops. And Dragon
Knight
Knight has the BKB run. Held by the Surge. Fisher blocked. He's stuck over here.
So
Surge
clean.
is going to end. Down he goes. Desire on this Earthshaker. What a hero.
Yeah,
what a player.
Tips coming out from both teams towards him. That was a nice heads-up play. Going for the block off. 4,000 gold in this Shaker, by the way. He has a BKB queued up. Looking to make himself a little bit harder to kill. Push is definitely coming in now.
You banned 4 of Desire's heroes. He comes out with a Phosphor Shaker and just looks incredible on it.
I mean, he is a Grandmaster Shaker. We should expect no less from him.
Good stuff. Wow, Morphling's looking at this next high ground. Who bought back from Avulus in that last fight?
It was Eki and was it Darkseer? Yeah.
And Tiny. 3 of them.
Oh, that was 3 buybacks.
Yeah, so Dragonite has his. Seneko will have his momentarily. So we're looking at Nightpulse here. All green lit outside of the Lich Ulti.
Lion got spotted by the ward.
Oh dear. Eki down without buyback for 50 seconds. And the Morphling's on your high ground, killing the tier 3 and now the barracks.
Oh,
There's no glyph. There's nothing to stop this.
Yeah. Actor protection was only for a moment as well, as the creeps are here now. And they can just keep going. They know that Lion cannot be part of the fight. Morphling paying a bit of respect, backing out.
And they've got a wave to deal with. Dire creeps almost at the Radiant tier 2 bottom. So cut the wave, play into base. No choice given by Stormstormer. The blink Black Hole from Dalai Lama. Chen and Tiny inside. Die back from Tiny. Neko in trouble, and Morphling just shreds them all. Smiling Knight's got to run from this Scardy Morph. Dream is cutting through them.
Nice vacuum, but no teammates.
But then what, right? You can kill Dalai Lama maybe with this Dragon Knight, but now the Fisher with the Enchant Totem, this Scardy, they'll help with the Surge, get Dragon Knight a bit of distance. Eki with a stun, and a blink back by Zibe gets them to Fountain. But now you're just going to lose your lane. Mega Creep's probably going to be coming now.
There's no stopping it. Definitely go for it, but Dragon Knight is trying best he can. Laying into the timber.
Yeah.
Problem is he has Vindicator, the extra armor.
And then Mortling has 47 armor naturally. Good luck breaking through that.
It's a ton of armor, and you didn't go for the high DPS build with the Daedalus, right? You had to go for Nullifier, so Dragon Knight cannot really deal with all this tankiness.
Well, it's not Mega Creeps yet.
Not yet, but there's another wave of push possibly coming. Perhaps they're just being confident, though, that, okay, we don't need to stress for the Megas. We see them backing out again. Respecting that, okay, Enigma is dead, we don't have Black Hole. Even without Tiny, don't want to risk throwing the fight. I feel like they probably could have gone. No BKB and no Dragon Form on Dragon Knight was still a good window, but why not back out? Wait for another Roche. I mean, they already did the hard part of the game. They won game 1, now 16,000 gold up. The worst thing you can do is throw the game on a high ground push, so just gotta be patient and wait for the Roche.
What's the glyph reset time for Dire?
2.5 minutes for them.
Okay, not too bad. They should have it for this next push coming in, whether it is on the barracks bottom or just tier 4s.
Yeah, quite likely.
Before that happens, I want to contest Roshan.
Yeah, but
all smoked up.
This is the decisive move.
Almost a last-ditch effort here. No buybacks on any of the Dire heroes. We can see there, cooldown, money-wise, all out the window. This is it. They've bought out. They have to take this fight. Tiny leading, Dragon Knight, smoke breaks. Tiny jumps, doesn't catch. Now the Fisher, Midnight Pulse on the floor. Eki blown up. Smiling Knight and Stormstormer look at this Timbersaw and realize they can't do anything to Warwick. Dragon Knight runs. Stormstormer trying to get the gap away, but he's caught out here. Scardy slow. Vacuum Wall dropped on them, but Mortling able to stand his ground. Desire with the Echo Slam straight onto Smiling Knight. They've isolated the DK. 3 Avulus heroes are already dead. And Smiling Knight on his own cannot do a damn thing. There's 4 gone, and GG called. Avulus, the team that I expected to start with a 2-0 and have a maybe an easy breezy way through the to get tapped out. Night Pulse, the dark horses of this qualifier, with a huge win to start off the run.
Coming in here, just looking like the top dogs, actually just taking down